Hello students, this is Miss Dalton and this video is on properties of logs. So we have three properties that we're going to talk about. One is called the product property, and what the product property does is it takes a product, in other words u times v, and we're going to split it into two logs. So we're going to take the log base a of u, and then when it's a product you do plus log base a of v, okay? If it's a quotient, quotient means divide, so we have u divided by v. We're going to split it into two logs, and we're going to do log base a of u, but then we're going to do minus log base a of v. Then we have what's called the power property. So if you have something raised up to a power, so u to the n power, that power is going to come to the front of the log and get multiplied. So we're going to have n times log base a of just u. Also, something that I should mention is that we have what's called the common logarithm. A common logarithm has a base of 10, and we write it like this. You'll just say log of a. So if you don't see a base, if you don't see a little subscript right here, then you assume that it has a base of 10, and that's going to be your common log. All right, so we're going to use this example right here, and it says use log 2 equals 0.301 and log 3 equals 0.477 to find these two logs right here. So we've got log of 2 divided by 3. So if you remember your quotient property, we can rewrite this as log 2 minus log 3. And since we know what log 2 is, it's 0.301, we can just substitute that in, and we know what log 3 is, it's 0.477, and so when you subtract those, you get a negative 0.176, and so that's what the log of 2/3 is. All right, in this next one, log of 6. Now, we want to try and use our power property, quotient property, or power property, but we only know the log of 3 and the log of 2, so we have to be able to use 2 and 3 to make 6. And so the way to do that would be to do log of 2 times 3, right? And then we can use our product property and write that as log of 2 plus log of 3. And log of 2 is 0.301, and log of 3 is 0.477. So if you add those together, you get 0.778, and that's what the log of 6 equals. All right, using the same logs, log of 2 and log of 3, let's find the log of 9. Well, one way that we can write log of 9 using a 2 or a 3 is we can say log, that doesn't look right. Let me erase that. Log of 3 squared. And then if you remember that your power property, the power comes to the front, so that's 2 times the log of 3, and the log of 3 is 0.477, so we can plug that in, and 2 times that would be, let's see, that would be 14, 15, so that would be 0.954. All right, here we have log of 8 over 3. Okay, so we can go ahead and do log of 8 minus log of 3. We know what log of 3 is, but we don't know what the log of 8 is. However, we can write 8 as 2 to the 3rd power. And then log 2 to the 3rd power would be 3 times the log of 2. And so now if I can plug in what I know that the log of 2 is 0.301. The log of 3 is 0.4 777. And let's figure out what that is using our calculator. And that comes out to be 0.426. All right, example 2, we're just expanding. So we're not doing any evaluating, we're just going to expand. And so keep in mind that this is 7 times x to the third. So we can first expand it as log base 2 of 7, and then plus, since it's product, log base 2 of x to the third. Now, we can also use the power property on this one and make that 3 times log base 2 of x, and then just bring this down, log base 2 of 7. And so this is what it would be in expanded form, and so this would be your answer. Here we have a 3, we have an x, and we have a y squared. These are all being multiplied, so we're going to expand it as log base 3 of 3 plus log base 3 of x plus log base 3 of y squared. And then the only other thing that we could do is we could convert this last one into 2 times log base 3 of y. And so let's just go ahead and bring down these others. And this would be what it is in expanded form. Okay, last but not least, we're going to condense this. And so when you're condensing it, we're condensing it into a single log. So we're going to have a single log base 2, and we're going to look at what we're doing here. So we've got 7 that's going to get multiplied by x to the third power. So 7x to the third power. We know that we're multiplying because in expansion, when you have a plus, that means it was a multiplication. Then we have a minus, and minus is division, and so we're going to divide that by y. So this is what it would be in condensed form. Remember, condensed is a single log. Okay, so we're going to be using these properties to help us evaluate, and so please make sure you've got these down and let me know if you have any questions.